What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live for a Thursday, Ryan and Jay. Special Thursday, Ryan and Jay. Not usually on us on Thursdays, huh? But you were like gone, so you weren't here randomly, and you were traveling back on Monday. So this is how things work.
I think this is everyone's favorite duo, if I could be honest. I think everybody enjoys the Ryan and Jay because this is where Ryan takes control. Everything is organized, sort of. The super chats will get read perfectly for the 99.9%. And Jeremy won't toss the ball over to me for some incoherent rambling. So
yeah, that's true.
Man, you want to know what happened to me, man, on the way home?
What happened?
First time ever.
Also, I want to know if you ran up the steps to the Rocky statue or you fucking walked real slow.
I didn't do any steps because I thought I was getting shot at. So the person I was with was like, I think we need to leave. So we didn't stay. It was in the plans, though. It was in the plans. Like they were going to film me like going up at 1 o'clock in the morning. But did you see that clip? Like, bam, bam. I don't know if it was gun. People saying it could be anything. Like, but whatever it was. Yeah. Why take a chance? You know, why take a chance?
The city of brotherly love.
Yeah. I had a lot of cheesesteaks too, man. But anyway, like in the Philly airport, heading back home, first time ever. The metal detector kept picking something up on my inner thigh, my leg. So the guy's like, hey, we're gonna have to do a pat down. Like, we're gonna do a pat down. And so they were asking all these questions before they begin. The guy's putting on rubber gloves. And I'm like, what the freak? I usually wear like sweat pants, right? Because it's comfortable. You know, yeah. I'm a bum, whatever. So, and I'm like, all right. And so he's like, you want to go to the private room to do this? Do you need a non, you want another gender? And I was like, what are you freaking talking about? I was like, no, do your thing. I'm fine. Right. So they're like, all right, we need you to spread your legs and put your right leg forward. And I was like, it's like they
touch you.
They cup a nice feel, man.
Yeah. Oh, so, like that's why they're asking you if you're comfortable with like this person or this person, because like obviously if it goes off on a chick, they don't want some fat, sweaty, fucking disgusting man just fucking grabbing her tits and everything, right? So that's why they asked that question. But yeah, they feel y'all up.
Yeah, that was I was like, holy crap. I didn't. That was an. And then they go to the front and they like do this. They just keep stroking you.
Mm-hmm. What did they find?
I don't know. When they were done, I guess he was fine, and he's like, "You're good to go, sir." I was like, that was weird. I think it was just a random. I think they were in training, and they just said, "This guy's."
Do you have a fucking I don't know, something in your leg? Do you break your leg and they put a rod in there or anything?
No, I don't know. It never happened before. Like I travel a lot. Like that's the first time. I walked through it twice, and they were just like, something's picking up. And then they showed like the little monitor where it's like a little man, and it had like this big box on the up left inner thigh. I was like, I got nothing there, man. I don't know what it is. It was wild.
That's very strange.
It is very odd. So
I don't know. You didn't get cavity searched.
Yeah. Do you just do that out in the open, or do you go to the private room?
maybe they'll ask you. I don't know. Maybe they'll give you the choice. Who would you like to conduct this search, sir? Bend over, please.
I kept thinking, like, is there something on my underwear? I don't know, but who knows?
Did I leave metal in there?
Yeah. Nothing in my pockets or anything. It was really weird. Jay got piercings. No, I got no piercings.
A piercing on your leg. Like just a random hunk of fat from your leg that you pierced. That'd be the most random thing in the world. Chipmunk of Vengeance becomes a channel member. I hope you get all the vengeance you're looking for. Derek PG Beller for 199. Love today's panel. Also, Jay's here too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Golden Nuggets for $10. Missed my super the other day saying sorry for the comment about Ryan's gay following that stream he was on. JK, man, those ladies are classy. I was on with Force of Light Entertainment, and Golden Nuggets randomly comes in the chat, basically just called me gay. You don't have to apologize for it. It's fine. You gave them money. So
yeah,
there's anything to apologize.
Probably nothing. It's probably a little new to them, but you know.
I don't know. They got some interesting names in their chat. The chat tries to get spicy with their names since they know they're not thing. They're gonna like censor it. So, but no,
I will be with the Force of Light ladies in July in Knoxville. So for the Knoxville Galaxy Con, they're gonna come up and they want to do like a little meetup. I don't know.
There you go. That'll be fun. Yeah, go check it out. I was on their stream on Monday night. So
what were you talking about?
Well, we talked a little bit about Star Wars. We talked about Fall Guy.
Did you like it?
I really liked it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was really fun. I think that it's a very unserious movie that you're just meant to go and enjoy and laugh a little bit. Has a little bit of romance, a little bit of charm, a lot of action. And yeah, it was good. There's a way that you can look at the movie as kind of a anti-Hollywood movie, if that makes sense. Not sitting there and be like, fuck Hollywood, but just kind of taking aim at some of like the way producers or some actors act, like a hyperbolized version of them. And really, but it really is to promote, all of the stunt coordinators and the stunt guys and the fall guys out there in the industry. They're like, we get to overlook too much. Let's make this movie to kind of put us at the forefront. And obviously playing off the Fall Guy TV series as well. Really not too many connections, but obviously the inspiration for it.
I was on the fence. I was waiting to actually hear from you guys and see what y'all. I thought I saw he tweeted that he liked it too. So that's a pretty good recommendation from Ryan and
I like it. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to do anything at the box office. I think it's probably like that's a movie that needs to hit like $350 million at the global box office to break even. And I just don't see it happening, which sucks because it's just a fun movie that is what movies used to be meant for, to go and kind of detach from a while from like what's going on in life, just to have a good time. But I don't think it's going to make its money back. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is
coming out. That thing is tracking really good.
Well, I think globally, I think it's anticipated for like a $140 million debut, something like that. So, if what they told us about the budget is true and it's only $160 million, then yeah, I suppose. I have doubts about that budget though.
Like 160?
I have significant doubts about that budget with all the CGI that goes into it. But maybe, maybe we'll see. It wouldn't be uncommon for a Disney project. Obviously, this is 20th Century Fox Studios or what? 20th Century Studios, not Fox anymore. 20th Century Studios, which Disney owns. But wouldn't be surprising to see them come out a little while later and be like, oh, actually, it was way over budget. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's typically the trend. Yeah, Disney ain't doing so well, man.
Well, that stock took a dive bomb after them saying we almost were profitable in streaming, however, expected to fall off hard. Yeah. The theme parks aren't doing as well as we thought it would. We're not sustaining the theme park attendance that we got after we reopened. So you guys talked a little bit about that yesterday,
they blamed it on the COVID bounce.
Yeah, like it's so wild to me, the fact that you can spin things for years and years, talk about how COVID's really affected people. They don't want to go outside. COVID. That's to blame for all these disappointments. And then now you're like, well, we really got a big bounce after COVID. And so this is so we can't expect to maintain that. Shut the fuck up, you retards. That pissed me the fuck off seeing that shit.
I think people are saving their money for the Epic verse. So I don't know if you've seen like clips of like the stuff that they're like dropping little hints here and there, like little videos of like what's coming. They just did How to Train Your Dragon, then the Super Nintendo World, and then I think they're gonna do the Dracula's Castle next, the Dark Universe. It'd be kind of wild.
That'd be cool. Well, I mean, like it was just just earlier this week, speaking of Disney and people kind of rejecting what they're doing, just earlier this week, this new poll came out from Rasmussen Polls. 71% of people want Disney to end the push for the LGBTQ agenda. So I think it was something like 52% strongly agreed, another 20% like agreed that Disney should stop promoting, whether it's transgender stuff, whether it's LGBTQ stuff, stop promoting that, especially in their family-friendly entertainment, and just get back to what they used to do. That's a lot of fucking people, overwhelming. And when you look at the brand's favorability, it's kind of crazy. It's essentially, it's viewed just as many people view it favorably as unfavorably, which 5 years ago, take a look at this shit. 5 years ago, Disney enjoyed a plus 56 favorability rating, 77% favorable, 21% unfavorable. Now it's a net positive of about 3.
Wow.
So they have been in free fall. Essentially, they become a political company. Like, it is viewed in the same way people view politicians or sides of politics, right? Half of people fucking hate them and half of people are down with their agenda. And that really tells you where they're at right now.
What a freaking mess. Perry Chan is mad that we're talking about gay stuff in the chat.
Why is he mad?
I don't know. He's just like, he doesn't like it. But isn't he from Canada? Anyway, but I don't know what that has to do with anything. But yeah.
But there's a lot of fucking gays in Canada. Like, their prime minister is one. So, man.
Dude, we live in such a strange timeline. We were talking before the show. I was like, did you hear that RFK Jr. had a worm eating his brain? I wonder how we can get tests for that. Maybe I
First
should
of all,
tested.
that's not true. You told me that JFK Jr.
Yeah.
He says John F. Kennedy Jr. had worms in his brains. And I was like, well, they just find that out? Didn't he die like 30 years ago? Like, and he's like, yeah, he's just come out here. It says RFK says, oh, that's not John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, the
Robert
guy running for
Kennedy.
president. He had a worm. He came out and he confessed that they found a worm eating part of his brain.
It sounds like he's got a worm in his throat. That's
what
it sounds like. I can't stand listening to him talk because of that.
He should have like an AI thing and like an AI box or something.
I would rather listen to RFK speak if he had one of those smoker things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, he was just like big pharma, like shit like that. I'd be down with that. Don't turn towards the shower.
He might start a trend, you know. Everybody just starts buying them randomly, just for fun. But yeah, like a worm. I was like, how do you test for that? Do you just like, man, my brain hurts? I don't. It's like they do a scan.
I assume I assume like CAT scans or
there's a worm in there, man, just gnawing on like the left brain there. Maybe
does it grow back? Like, what happens after they?
How do they pull it out?
Prometheus Creations for 5. My apologies for breaking you yesterday, Jay. Only super chat doing today.
I can't remember, but you tweeted, you super chatted something, and of course I read it poorly.
Callum for $5. It's not a good look when Kotaku hooker and recently a Warhammer artist are threatening families on Twitter.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, going tracking people down just to go after them. YouTubers tracking down YouTubers' families or mothers or whatever to try to force you to not talk about them. It's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
The Wolfram Heart for $1.99. Jay, be careful when crimers be criming.
I don't really have a good sense of my surroundings, so I just wanted to see the Rocky statue. I didn't even think twice that I could be in a bad neighborhood, you know? So when I finally made it out there, it was quite the spectacle. I told him yesterday, I was like, I wanted to go to Kensington. I really wanted to go to Kensington and walk around and film something, but I couldn't get one person to take me there. Not one person.
We couldn't take a fucking Uber.
They wouldn't go because it's like it's supposed to be the worst city in America. It's like where all the people doing all the fentanyl or something, and it's like the worst city in America. And so people are like going there and filming, getting millions of views. I was like, this is my chance. This is my chance to get my travel channel out there. So I was like, I went to Uber twice, and one guy was like, "What are you like?" The chat was like, "I'm not going there," right? And then the next one was, "Do you want to buy drugs?" The guy chatted me, so I was like, "Dang, couldn't get anybody." Someone said walk, Jay, from like I think it was like an hour walk from my hotel. So yeah, I ain't doing that. Come on, man. I got a fight to train for, apparently.
I spent a couple days in Philly, probably like in 2008 or 2009 or something. I love the history of the town. You know what I mean? So awesome. Much American Revolution and early, Continental Congress and stuff like that you can go see and tour and everything. You can see the remnants of Ben Franklin's house or some shit.
Yeah.
Things like that.
I like the
actually I went like I feel like it wasn't that long after National Treasure had been released when I went. I feel like it's a couple years after that, but yeah. So it was fun. I liked Philly. I did run up the fucking steps, the Rocky Steps.
How many people were doing it when you got there?
A couple.
Like a couple people.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something a lot of fucking nerds do. So whatever.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's cool. I should have done it.
Mighty Megatron for $1. Jay got a reach around from TSA.
I did.
Did you
I
finish?
had to wait in line for it. Did I finish? Well, I got on the plane.
Okay. Jason Yankovic. Would you rather go through airport security with a man or a bear? I'd rather go through with a bear, to be honest, because he probably doesn't have any fucking carry-on luggage. He's not gonna he's not gonna delay me by taking off his belt and his shoes and unpacking his laptop. He's just walking straight through.
Freaking yes, thank you. Holy crap. You're freaking in the TSA line. It's an hour long. You got to get to your flight, and there's like a bunch of people in front of you. They don't know what they're doing. The guy's yelling out instructions for like every 5 minutes. Take your laptops out. Take your belt off. Take your shoes off. These people get up, they get a box handed to them, and they're like, do I got to take my belt? I got to take this off. We've been saying it for 10 minutes. What have you been doing? You can tell the different people, the people that got to get on their plane, they're already like taking their jacket off. They're packing it in their bags. They take everything. They're ready to go, right? Then you get up and like, it never fails, man. It never freaking fails. The person right in front of me, he just looks there like, that looks dumber than me, and he just can't figure it out. So he stands there like, sir, you got to take your belt off too. Oh, I didn't hear anything. So then it takes an hour to get his belt off. Then he doesn't take his shoes off. And they're like, you got to take your shoes off, sir. And then he gets his shoes off. And then he runs his bag through. And it's like, do you have like an iPad in here? Yes. I don't think it's not a laptop, is it? Yes, it's the same thing. Any large electronics have to come out of your bag. So then we all got to stand there and wait while he like shakes his bag and he doesn't know. And he's holding up his pants with his other hand. And finally you just sit there and just like, and then I'm the one that gets stopped for the feel up. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
I think that I really like those machines they have where you don't have to take your shit out. You know what I mean? It feels like there's a couple of them in every big airport. I always try to go towards that line so I don't have to take my laptop out.
That's like the TSA pre-people, man. Like
no, there's just a couple that I feel like they're introducing them more in different places, but because I'm not one of those people. I should be. I should fucking do that. TSA clear, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm always too lazy to actually sign up for that.
I hear that. But yeah, holy crap, dude. Anyway.
Giants fan 569. Gay and late, dish butter better. Do a don't. Longhorn way beardo. Do a do on Morrow John.
Excellently read.
Thank you. The Red Dawn Batman, member for 11 months. Breaking news, Peter Jackson returning to make a new Lord of the Rings film, The Hunt for Gollum. Yeah, that news broke probably about an hour before the stream started. And I did see Gary's one-word reaction, which was no. But yes, the bright side, Peter Jackson back involved, Andy Serkis, not some of the people we were asked, hey, maybe they could be involved with whatever bullshit Amazon's doing with Rings of Power. This was not an announcement I was expecting, however. Warner Brothers to release new Lord of the Rings movie The Hunt for Gollum in 2026. Peter Jackson to produce and Andy Serkis to direct. Warner Brothers will release the first of its new batch of live-action Lord of the Rings films in 2026, which will focus on Andy Serkis's Gollum. Original Lord of the Rings filmmaker Peter Jackson and his partners, Fran Walsh and Filipova Boyens, are producing the movie and will be involved every step of the way, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO said. The project is currently in early stages of script development from these writers. It's going to be directed by and star Andy Serkis as Gollum.
He's going to direct it?
Oh. Yeah, he is. Andy Serkis is going to direct it.
Does this take a big sniff of desperation for Warner Brothers? I don't even know what this story is. Like, how does somehow Gollum has returned? But this is like this is going to take place.
Well, somehow I don't think it's going to be a sequel.
Right, never know.
Maybe they're going to go full Star Wars with it, right? They're going to go full Star Wars. Somehow Gollum returned after being thrown in the fires of Mount
fell
Doom.
on a rock, and
they'll do the whole like Sherlock Holmes Moriarty thing where you thought he fell off the thing. He's actually hanging onto a rock and just comes up and he's fine. No, obviously I think this is going to take place before then, probably when Sauron's forces are hunting for Gollum. That's just my guess, obviously, but I don't know.
It's like a side adventure in a video game that you could choose to do or not. It's a side quest.
Kind of, and it's like, man, do I want a Gollum movie? Not particularly.
I mean, that Gollum game worked out well for everyone.
Yeah. Now, I think that one, I think there's reason to be more excited for this than there is for Rings of fucking Power. I think it's hilarious that Warner Brothers, at the same time where Amazon is failing with the Lord of the Rings project, they're saying, yeah, we're just going to keep doing some of our own. Go fuck yourself. But I don't know. I can't say I'm like, it's cool that Peter Jackson's going to be involved with it. That's great. But I don't know. I don't know if it's the movie I really want to see.
Like, what do you market it? Come back and see Gollum, like, in his raspy voice saying precious while he gets chased by somebody. Obviously, he's going to live, you know. Who knows? And unless they do something stupid. It's hard to tell with Hollywood. But, yeah, they really did throw – they got the big guns out, though, Peter Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Eric K for 2. Jay, they wanted to feel your sausage.
Well, they got a nice tug.
Downs Superman for 2. The TSA was stroking me. Jay 2024.
What do you call that then? It's all reverse hands too. Like the guy's like, yeah,
that's what they do with the women, right? Too. They fucking they do that to their tits because they don't want to.
They don't want to do it this way.
No squeezy. Like, yeah,
we're gonna do it this way, sir. Palms out.
We promise you, we're not getting any enjoyment from this. It's the back of our hands. How could we enjoy this? Tobias for $10 finally did a live stream Tuesday night. Played a challenge run of Hunt with Red. Had a total of 3 viewers. So shout out to Nagardal and Sophie for telling me my audio was fucked up. Need to fix that.
Shout out. That's the worst, man.
You thought it was really funny though.
It's like I thought it was like coming in hot with positivity. Shout out Nagardal. I thought it like showing up. He goes, no, my audio was all screwed up.
Well, yeah, you'll get it, Tobias. Keep going.
Hey, listen, there was a live stream with like 3,000 viewers, and some idiot didn't tell the other guy that there was no sound playing on a clip.
It's true.
So you're in good company.
Been there, done that. Anzac says, Mwalb. Thank you. I'm the Jaggernaut, bitch, for 2 to airport security. Don't you know who I am?
Oh, somebody. Hold on. This is so stupid. Somebody, Legion of Memers, shout out. I had a butter dish side of my leg. All right, sorry. I laughed way too hard at that. Yeah, continue.
DB Wild for 5. Speaking of dink piercings, I was going to get a Jacob's ladder, but the guy at the parlor said I only had enough for Jacob's step ladder. Or sorry, Jacob's step stool. I cried.
That's tough, man.
Rough.
Whew. What a morning.
Mike Hill for 20. A new Lord of the Rings movie is being made. It will be called Hunt for Gollum. Yes, Mike. We talked about it. Mike Steele for 5. Jay set off the detector because he's slowly becoming 3PO. In 2 years, he will be fully transformed into golden metal goodness.
And we'll start with the rod.
Goldenrod.
Yeah.
David Smart for 5. Hey, Ryan, almost lost my shit like you at Taco Bell. These idiots messed up my breakfast today, and I couldn't return it because it was time to work.
Messing up breakfast is rough, man. First meal of the day. I mean, it's all rough, but I think that one just takes a little more hurt.
I was craving Jack in the Box breakfast today. I don't
really
know why.
What would you get at Jack in the Box for breakfast?
I get like 5 bacon breakfast jacks.
5.
Yeah. They're just like
they're so bad they're good.
They're such shit. It's literally just egg, cheese, and bacon on a fucking hamburger bun. Like it's not even anything special. It's like a fucking plain ass hamburger bun. And you just put some hot sauce on that thing and you fucking wolf it down. And then I usually end up getting the little mini crispy tacos as well anytime I go, even if it is breakfast. And sometimes for breakfast, I would get the spicy popcorn chicken too.
Popcorn chicken. All I hear is like, if you go to a Jack in Box, no matter what you order, you got to throw in the tacos. You just have to.
Yeah, for sure.
So it doesn't matter what you get. It's like,
now they got the regular tacos, like the 79-cent tacos, whatever. They've also got like a box that's full of little mini tacos. I kind of like the mini tacos.
I never had those.
Peace or utter destruction. Remember for a month, Ryan. Do you like to read sci-fi other than Star Wars, Asimov, Heinlein, etc.? I've never really gotten too into too many other sci-fi series. Like here and there for sure. I will say like the Ender's Game series, which is very different from Ender's Game after that. That's sci-fi, and I really enjoyed a lot of those books. So I guess that might be the one other, the Orson Scott Card books, but not too heavy into anything else. Pirate of Las Vegas for 5. Head into the oral surgeon, get my teeth taken out and implants installed. Wish me luck. Hey, at least you'll have a nice smile afterwards. So,
are you getting those those funny teeth that some of these people are getting?
Funny teeth.
What's that baseball player got like those he took his teeth out and they put like these other kind of teeth in. Chat, help me out here. You know what I'm talking about.
What can you describe how they're different?
Steve-O, he got like those teeth implants put in.
So just fucking implants like the porcelain shit?
Veneers. That's what it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
Veneers.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's getting. Thoughts on Jax to produce Lord of the Rings movie in 2026? We just gave him to you, MJ UK. Golden Nuggets for 5. Just wanted to say something nice about Jay. It's all love, dude. That's fucking gay. Lasse Jensen for 200 Danish. How much for a tequila shot, Ryan? I did tequila shots on Cinco de Mayo.
On your live stream?
Yeah. It did not end well.
Is that still up?
I mean, it's like unlisted like all my other live streams are. But holy shit. I don't know how many I had, but...
What kind of tequila were you drinking?
I started off with just Jose Cuervo.
Oh, okay.
Like cheap fucking gets, basically.
Nothing with the worm in it?
No, nothing with a worm in it. And then I did later remember I had some Patron, so I grabbed some Patron for the last couple. I probably did like... I didn't count. I probably did 10 or something. On a fucking empty stomach in a span of about like an hour and a half. It like
3 tequila shots, I'm out, man.
After that stream, I fucking, and it was weird. It was like at 7 p.m, right? Yeah. So it was like a weird time. I like really quick edited a video to like get it out and did something, and I lay down on the couch and fucking passed out. I was done. So no, I don't think we're gonna do tequila shots today. Not here on Geeks and Gamers.
No throw up though, right? You know, you never puked after you drank a lot. Yeah,
no, I don't.
You're not
That's
that
not
kind
me.
of person. Yeah,
That's
not
not
you.
me. I just woke up and felt like, what the fuck? Zebra cocky for 5. Jay was shot in Philly and just never noticed the shrapnel in his thigh. Absolute beast. That's why he needs his MMA fight.
Yeah, I hear that if I step into the ring, somebody else will come out of retirement. Who would I fight?
I don't really know.
First, I got to get into shape. Like that's the biggest challenge.
It's a 6-month training program.
Maybe I got to push it to 9 months. I got to make it up a flight of steps without sounding like I'm having a cardiac arrest. Then we'll think about it.
Yeah, that's why I figured you bailed out on running the Rocky steps. You're like, you walk to the statue and you're like, God, I'm gonna be so tired. Oh, I think I hear gunshots. Guess I can't run up these stairs. That's what I figured.
No, I wanted to. I don't think I would run. It'd be more like a mosey because I don't, you know.
You're a mosier.
Yeah. I don't want my knee to explode.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Especially after I have to like stand up for 2 days at the convention. There was like, dude, there was 3 fist fights at the Philly convention, right? And one of them was in Hayden Christensen's line. And like when the security came around, they're like, you guys, is everybody okay? I was like, we didn't even see what happened. And I was like, you guys got fights at the con? The security guard goes, dude, you're in freaking Philly. Yeah. He just walked on like it's casual, you know. It's like,
yeah, like
Philly,
what do you fucking expect? Yeah.
I was like, wow.
What do you fucking expect?
Yeah.
We do have to talk about this, Jay. Obviously, we just talked about this, the fact that so many people are fed up and sick and tired of what Disney's doing, what they're pushing on children. And, you know, Lucasfilm, being synonymous with the word failure, decided a great thing for them to do on May the 4th, Disney Star Wars Day, right? They had 2 massive failures on that day. The first one was the fact that they decided to release the gayest Star Wars shit we'll have seen yet, which is The Acolyte. They made it crystal clear that Leslie Headland, in every aspect, when she was making this film, wanted to make sure there was as much representation as possible and that it reflected her life as a queer woman. Well, on May the 4th, they released this trailer, got absolutely fucking ratioed and rejected. But something else happened on May the 4th, and that's that Tales of the Empire was released on Disney Plus. Animated show, 6 episodes, Tales of the Empire, much like the Tales of the Jedi that they did. Interestingly enough, there was a character that got introduced, Jay, who very much is used to push the LGBTQ plus agenda. Disney's new Star Wars series, Tales of the Empire, uses they, them pronouns for gender ambiguous character. And here it is. We might as well show it. Libs of TikTok clipped it and put this out here. This person, don't know what fucking gender it's supposed to be, but they decide, the Empire, even though they fucking murder this person, decide that they need to respect their pronouns. Wait, you can't hear that, can you? Hold on.
I cannot hear it.
Share the audio on it. I hate that I have to share my entire screen, that I can't share window audio.
I'm so tired. And I feel so alone. Then come with me.
Oh, no. Oh, so, poor guy. Or girl, whatever the fuck.
It's finished.
Now, here's where this is not just one little thing, Jay. Like 4 or 5 times in a 10-second time period, they really want to get this across to you that this person is non-binary.
They're still alive. We need to get them to the ship. We can save them.
Forget it. Let them die. It's not worth the trouble.
The Empire, kills people yet still respects their pronouns to the bitter end. Jay, what do you think about a non-binary Jedi where they have to hammer it into your fucking brain that they go by they, them?
It's stupid, and this is Star Wars today. This is everything that we've been saying for some time now. The High Republic series was a section for the agenda weirdos for Star Wars where they could pump out their non-binary, gay Jedi. Trans Jedis are in there in that High Republic series. They had the children's series where they introduced their first gay characters in that. All coming out from the High Republic. The book series, the comic books, everything, all that stuff was being pushed out in the High Republic. And noted, the High Republic series saw the worst book sales of all time for Star Wars. It wasn't even close. You can't even compare it to anything from the EU or anything like that. Some of the books, even though they were considered, I guess, mid-grade, what do you call that?
Young
like,
adult novels.
Yeah, young adult novels sold about 2,000 copies. But even still, with the Star Wars label on it, you're telling me like some of the coloring books of all sold more than High Republic series. This is the stuff that they keep pushing, even though Bob Iger at Disney keeps coming out and saying, yeah, we don't have no agenda. Like, what are you talking about? We're just making good stuff. And Star Wars continues to go down this wonderful road, and they're not holding back. The Acolyte series is going to be a glorious, I don't even think it's a slow motion train wreck at this point. I think it's just going to be horrific. If you look at it takes place 100 years before the Phantom Menace, and there are several lines in there. Darth Maul, at last we're going to reveal ourselves to the Jedi. The Conehead Jedi was like, man, the Sith have been gone for like 1,000 years, right? They say that, but it's 100 years before there's going to be a Sith. I'm thinking my prediction for that is that they're going to throw Yoda under the bus. I think Yoda's going to find out that there's a Sith out there, that it was killed, and Yoda's going to be like, everybody just be quiet. So he's going to be the bad guy. Like, let's just make Yoda the bad guy. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but going by what they always do with Luke, with Han, with Leia, with all these other characters that we love, they just love to make him the scapegoat and throw him under the bus to get their characters propped up. Like Reva. Reva was actually the savior of the galaxy because she chose not to kill Luke, So we could all thank Reva that Luke Skywalker blew up the Death Star in the first Star Wars film because she had that opportunity. She could have done it, but she had a change of heart. So
I don't think that's going to happen. I think in all likelihood, just everybody who figures out whatever secret is ends up going to die. Like that's what I probably think is going to happen. I don't think they're going to have Yoda figure it out. There's got to be a Yoda cameo at some point, though. I'd be shocked if there wasn't. Like, how could there not be? You'd be like, oh, Yoda's on sabbatical. He's just he's hanging out on Dantooine somewhere. I don't know what they'll do, but yeah, Disney, Star Wars, another May the 4th Star Wars Day failure for them. Not only the cringe Acolyte trailer, but of course, Tales of the Empire, which, I don't know what you want me to say. And with Dave Filoni's involved in something, it will probably be shit. So not very surprising.
I mean, and echoing the Disney theme parks, it's like that's the only thing that they have that is making them any type of revenue at the moment, and the fact that they're saying this is what. So you have Universal's Epic Universe coming up with all these new attractions, something innovative. They're trying something different. The Donkey Kong ride is going to be something we've never seen before. How to Train Your Dragon, the Dark Universe, all that stuff. While Disney's announcing, we got rid of a classic ride such as Splash Mountain, and we're going to give you Tiana's Bayou. Are you guys excited about that? Disney also introduced that they are rewrapping their Disney buses. So when you come, you could see a new character on the Disney buses when they pick you up from the hotels to take you to the park. And also his big announcement was, hey, listen, there's no shame that I'm an Avatar fan, but building a $2 billion Avatar extension in Disneyland ain't it, man. Like that ain't it, man. That's not gonna bring people back. Avatar is a really unique franchise. The movies do really well, but other than that, it just kind of nobody cares, So it's pretty. Who knows? Who knows who's running that company over there? The activists, definitely. But Ryan, look at this. This was sent to me by one D-Day Cobra. This is the AI chat summary of Geeks and Gamers Daily.
Wait, is this real?
It's real.
People are talking about the fight between Jay and John Morrow. You're going to fight John Morrow?
I don't think so. He's in a wheelchair.
They're also talking about other fights Jay could have, like Ricky Berwick and Jonas Campbell. I think he could take Ricky. I don't know. Like, I don't know what he'd weigh in at, but
maybe if he modifies his like scooter, you know, we could do something.
Raging Rhino for $7.99. The non-binary character also didn't die after getting sliced in the back with a lightsaber. More destruction to sabers. It's no longer a deadly weapon. What the fuck? It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I'm actually. It's kind of funny to me the amount of people that were excited about the Tales of the Empire thing. Don't know why. Don't know why you would get excited about these characters that have already been destroyed in a timeline that's already fucking been destroyed by Lucasfilm, but. Get excited for next thing, I guess.
I'm telling you, man, the High Republic's gonna freaking wreck the prequels. I'm just telling you, like they are determined to have all their own Star Wars stuff. You know, they are determined to like make sure that their Star Wars stuff is front and center, and anything that came before it, it was just a passing memory. Geeks and Gamers put out an article yesterday about the lightsaber sales at Hollywood studios. So they have a set of lightsabers for sale, right? They're $45. Very expensive for these plastic lightsabers of Darth Vader, Anakin, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then off to the right, the pictures there in the article is all the Rey yellow lightsabers, which are discounted. They never discount stuff in the theme parks. The fact that no one's buying that crap, it's like they're discounted in the $30 range because no one's buying those Rey lightsabers. So they stacked them all up right next to the original ones, like, you know, the OG lightsabers, and hoping, I guess, people would pick a Rey lightsaber to buy it at a discounted price.
They have
no faith in their characters, dude. Like no faith.
Well, it's not no faith. They probably had too much faith, which is why they're overstocked. You know what I mean? Which is why they fucking now need to sell them at a discount, because even though they wanted people to use it, nobody fucking wants them. I did see a couple like pictures from May the 4th, whatever. They probably sold a fuck ton of those lightsabers on that day so people could fucking light them up near the Millennium Falcon. But yeah. Sad state of affairs for Disney.
If they put them at a cheaper price and more people would buy it because it's cheaper, just so they could light them up, then they'll come out with numbers. The Rey Skywalker lightsaber is selling better than the Luke Skywalker one. So there you go. People love these characters. You know, it's just it's retarded. It's just, that's all there is to it. It's just dumb.
Jet for 4 months. Jay, you need to get TSA pre, so worth it, especially if you're going to be traveling a lot.
I agree.
Discount superhero for 5. Have no fear. Jay's steel balls are here.
Whew.
Yeah, you could get fucking, if anything ever happened, you were in a bad accident, Jay, and you needed steel testicles, right?
Yeah.
Every time you walk, you'd be like one of those fucking things, you know?
Like they would make a click sound.
Yeah.
Like those truck nuts that they used to sell.
Oh, yeah. Gung Ho Mac for 5. Jay, you're not supposed to tip the TSA after they grope you. Like, go give the Lawson crabs.
Noted.
Did you tip?
No.
Unapologetic art. Somehow Sauron survived.
Yeah.
Yes. Japanese Demon Lord of Beer Lucifer for 2. No Queer the Beardo today. Sad.
Nope. You could see him later.
I think tomorrow, probably. Quatrina VR for $199. Lord of the Ring. Gollum, the movie. Yeah. Udite for 20. Ryan, if you like U.S. history stuff, a town near me has a church where the vote to start the revolution was held. In front of the church is where the troops were first mustered. Still has earthen ovens they used.
Man,
that's pretty cool.
I love that stuff.
Johnny the Butcher for 20. One of your biggest peeves. Mine is strangers getting too close to me in line.
Yeah, I hate that too, man. You'd almost feel like their heat. You know, and then once the line gets just it's like these people like walk up so close to you behind because they want you to like step up, but like I have like my little gap, you know. That if there was anything good that came out of like the lockdowns, it was the it was the line separation. If there was anything good, 6 feet, or was it not 6 feet? Whatever it was like stay away from me.
My biggest pet peeve in general is just getting my time wasted.
Yeah.
Like in a line, like at a supermarket or whatever. Like when people when there's people on either side of the aisle and they stop and you can't get past them, they're both just fucking lazily looking about anything, wasting everybody else's fucking time holding shit up. That pisses me off. People who aren't ready to pay. People who don't know how to use the fucking payment system.
So let
like,
me ask
all
you this.
of those things. Like when I'm waiting on somebody is like my biggest pet peeve.
So let me ask you this. So you prefer the self checkout system because you don't have to deal with anybody?
Usually, yeah. I do.
So you just like walk up, like no one's.
Because then the only thing I'm waiting on is myself.
Right.
You know? So.
Right.
I'm usually down for those self-checkouts. Yes.
I'm starting to see them in gas stations, which is interesting. I started to see a couple of them in like the Pilot gas station.
Wawa's have had them for quite some time.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of self-checkout stuff, which is nice, especially when you're getting food there and you just have to scan your ticket to pay for it before you get it. So yeah. I'm all about, listen, AI, fucking robots, take over the world, man. I'm fine with that. As long as I don't have to wait on people, I'm good. Paco Sith for 2. So new Lord of the Rings is gay fan fiction. Great. I don't know if it's gay yet, but we'll see. Udite for 5. Also across the street is a building where Washington planned his strategies, the precursor to the Pentagon. That's cool. Elite Neo for 10. 1-800-DANKY just got his next video and should title it Jay Seinfeld. What's the deal with idiots going through TSA? Jeremy Seinfeld might get jealous of Jay Seinfeld.
There's a whole
thunder, though.
Man, if you travel a lot and you got to deal with TSA, which I think, yeah, man, that's a whole hour conversation with me that needs to be fixed. That's all.
Laura Lynn Lance for 5. Hi, Jay and Ryan. Have a blessed day. I always want to say something witty, but I'll just go eat some butter from the butter dish.
What kind of butter is it?
You've started a movement, Jay. A butter movement. A butter dish movement.
I've got like several sent to me too. And once I reopen my P.O. box, I'm afraid what's going to be in there.
I did want to show this. This came out. Was this morning or yesterday? I don't quite remember. But we got our first look at Liam. Well, I don't even know if it's Liam Hemsworth. I think it might be the stunt double. I don't even know if it's officially him or not. But we got the first look from the set of the new Geralt. And let's see if I can show this here. Boom. Right there. First look at Liam Hemsworth as Geralt of Rivia. Now, this is not a promotional shot, clearly. This is just probably randomly as he's moving, like doing something like listening for some bullshit, and they just snapped it on set.
He's standing like Joe Biden, taking a dump in his pants.
He's standing a little funny. There's some people who claim it's not actually him. It might be a stunt double. It looks somewhat like him. But I saw Pitmaster Broda tweet this out. Henry Cavill must be feeling himself right now after his replacements got put through the shredder this week.
Yeah.
And yes, after this picture of David Corn Sweat hitting the internet, and now this picture of Geralt hitting the internet, yeah, I think people should rightfully miss Henry Cavill. Now, this one, like, this has nothing to. This is such a stupid image to release first.
Yeah.
I don't know if you talked about this at all, but
yeah,
like, I think that David Corn Sweat has the right look. I actually like some things about the outfit. I like the boots. I like the briefs. I like the cape. I don't like the high neckline. I like the crest. But a picture says 1,000 words, and you only get one chance to make your first impression.
One chance.
And the first impression we have now is of somebody who's fucking miserable, hates his life, and is like almost, reluctantly putting his boots on to go to work as the city's getting destroyed.
Bro, I'm telling you, this is a guy who picked up a girl on Tinder, had some fun, and she kicked him out of his room. You know, that's that look. He just looks mopey. He looks mopey. Yeah, awful first impression. You know what? You know what I would do? This is how you win. I would release if freaking Henry Cavill is in the Deadpool film as Sabretooth or whatever, I would release that picture. I would freaking release that picture if I was them over there. But of course they're not, I would release it just because.
If you're Marvel, you mean?
Yeah, I would just release it. Because I agree. Every time you see these characters, you just think of Henry Cavill. That's what you think. You're like, man, they should have had, they should have stuck with it. That's all they see. And then Marvel's like, we got Henry Cavill over here in the Deadpool film. Look at his costume. And like, make it just freaking awesome. That's what I think. That's what I would do. But I'm here.
I think that, like,
in the newsroom,
I think they might reveal a couple more little cameo things, but for the most part, I think they're going to rely on like the hype,
word of mouth.
Yeah.
They should just do it, man. This would be a perfect time. Right after that Superman suit, they could have released a Henry Cavill photo if he's in the film.
I think he is, but I think he's Wolverine.
As a Wolverine.
Yes.
I just hope there's one person in the film. I just hope Wesley Snipes' Blade is in there.
That'd be cool.
That's all.
It'd be funny.
That would be amazing.
It'd be funny if Wesley Snipes appears as Blade before Mahershala Ali.
Exactly.
Even though that got announced 5 years ago.
Exactly.
Tobias for 5. It was my own audio. Red and the game were just fine, but my voice was super low. Chipmunk, as Sophie said. OBS apparently hates me more than Ryan does. Well, we can fight for the title. Bart for 199. Haven't you plebs heard of TSA pre-check and clear? Yes, we talked about it.
Yeah, we have.
Spider Claw for 5. If I get breakfast at Taco Bell, I'll get the Meat Lovers breakfast burrito. Then I'll throw in a curly fry. Those are amazing.
It's not bad.
Wait, curly fries at Taco Bell? What are you fucking talking about? Are you talking about Jack in the Box? I think you're talking about Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
I fucking know there ain't no curly fries at Taco Bell. And I get a bacon crunch wrap. That's my go-to at Taco Bell. Orangutan for 199. Hail crooked teeth and high tea. Golden Nugget says, I'm not gay. I have relationship with women and super chats with men.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Uzaru, member for 6 months. Hopefully it's not Galadriel hunting for Gollum. That hoe couldn't even read a map. Yeah. Good point. Raging Rhino for $15. Have you guys seen the non-binary character in Tales of the Empire? We did, and we talked about it. It's crazy to think that Barris had no idea who it was or their pronouns, but still called it a they, them. Filoni is all in. He always has been, right? Forces Female started with Dave Filoni. Like, I think we should all be very conscious of that. Ara Akbar go boom for 2. Good morning, geeks and gamels, regulators, shout outs.
Shout out.
Unknown for 199. Shit Clown Wars. Joshua Henderson, member for 2 months. Star Horse, The Phantom Wokeness. Star Horse, Attack of the Girl Bosses. Star Horse, Revenge of the LGBTQT. Star Horse, A New Cope. Thanks, Josh. Jaeger for 2. Origin, original, and prequels need to end.
I know, man. Give us something new.
Oh, origin stories.
Yeah,
okay, got it.
Give us something freaking new, man.
Matt for $10, not knowing the difference between RFK Jr. and JFK Jr. and obviously their dads, along with the funny teeth line. The only fight Jay needs to worry about is not being the last one up the short bus.
I drive the short bus. You got Ryan laughing. That's good. It's always a good sign.
I was just imagining you fighting to get out. You know what I mean? Be like, all the chocolate milk's going to be gone by the time I get inside for breakfast.
I'd make a funny video. We found a short bus and crammed it full of people and see who the last person fighting get out. We all have to wear helmets too.
You'd have to fill it with people that actually ride the bus, though.
I know.
Like you and a bunch of people.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Tomac for $20. I'm waiting for vibroblades to be more efficient than lightsabers. They basically already are at this point.
Yeah, they are. We're gonna see the lightsaber whip, I think, in the Acolyte.
So there was a lightsaber whip in Star Wars going all the way back to like the 80s, right?
Yeah.
but it was not a lightsaber that suddenly clicked a button and it just went floppy and could whip around. It was an actual like leather and metal fucking thing that would click and it would enter and be energized, right? With little tendrils going out. So there's actually weight behind it as opposed to a lightsaber blade, right? It's so fucking dumb the way that they decided to bastardize that just like everything else in a way that makes little to no sense. But yeah, we'll see. It's going to be embarrassingly stupid, I imagine, when they pull it out in live action. Wild Man Beyond for 199. Cobra Kai is the better Star Wars we need for now. What do you think about Cobra Kai releasing in 3 parts?
It's gonna be. I'm just curious if it's gonna like bleed into the movie.
I don't think it's gonna have anything to do with the movie. It
has nothing.
No,
really.
I don't think it will.
Oh, I wonder if it. I think it might have something. I mean, Daniel LaRusso's just gonna be like the movie's gonna be him like just wandering and he bumps into Jackie Chan.
I don't know.
And then they train somebody like for the Valley.
But like the production companies are completely separate.
Oh, really?
None of the people involved in Cobra Kai are involved in that. Other than Daniel LaRusso.
Releasing it in 3 parts means they're trying to milk that sucker as long as they can.
Well, Netflix is coming to realize that is the better business model. Yeah. Now, I still think they're fucking up. I think there's too long a time between releases. I think if you wanted to do it, I don't think there's anything wrong with piecing them out 5 episodes at a time, 3 different releases. But if you're going to release one in like July, you can't wait till December to do the next one. Agree. It's got to be like, if you're going to do it, July, August or September, and then maybe October, November, right? So then over like a 3 or 4 month period, you keep hype alive, you keep people coming back, rather than all the hype's going to fucking die down. People are going to fucking forget about it before the next part comes out, let alone whenever next year the final part finally comes out. The Raven and Writing Desk becomes a channel, or is a channel member for 4 months. Thank you. Downs Superman for 2. They found out about your detachable weenus.
The secret's out, man. The secret's out.
Goji the King for 10. I remember when lightsabers were deadly. After Order 66, Yoda yeeted 2 scout troopers' heads off their shoulders in 2 seconds. A lightsaber, a more elegant weapon for a more civilized time.
Yeah,
a more civilized
you don't really need.
Prometheus Creation for 10. Give me time, guys. I plan on giving Star Wars fans something to enjoy. I want you guys to help fund it and have a say in its creation. It's for you, the fans. I won't be doing it for Disney. Thank you, Prometheus. Over on Rumble, Lord of the Ree for $2. C.S. Lewis has a space trilogy that would make some good movies. Also, Jack in the Box breakfast burritos are goated as fuck. Yeah, they are pretty damn good. They are pretty damn good. Evident Hair for $2. There's a light novel where the localizer appears to have added they them pronouns to a female Jin character. It's retarded. Having her pronouns replaced hurt to read. That's fucking crazy, but I guess not surprising at this point. Let's see. John Papaserio for 5. Leia's saber from Rise of Skywalker is probably the best designed saber of the sequels. I found it in the Black Series replica one at Ross for $40. That's a good deal to find one of the Black Series for $40.
Yeah, that's very good.
Jasperino for 20. Broseph, Jay, you are a big foot. You'd kill it in the octagon. Take up the challenge. Much love from Australia.
Maybe. I don't want to take a knee to the forehead. That's the only thing. I think I'd rather box so I wouldn't have to take a knee to the forehead. Just get my jaw realigned.
Bruce for 2. TSA known traveler. $78 for 5 years. Fast pass. That's nice. That's pretty cheap. Marcus Wojcik. Gollum / Smeagol is definitely binary. Johnny the Butcher for 2. Is that Cavill's jacket? Maybe. I don't know. Joshua Henderson for 5. Star Wars. ESG Strikes Back. Star Wars. Return of the Patriarchy. Star Wars. DEI Awaken. Star Wars. The Last Man. Star Wars. The Bastard of Skywalker. Thank you. Eric Jones for 2. Great value. Geralt. Bert for $5. I braved the filthy mean streets of San Fran on May the 4th to see ESB in concert. Yoda and the Force still moves me and hits really hard. Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude. Titan Wasp for 2. Geralt no longer says fuck. He says, ah. Thank you. Spider Claw for 2. Yeah, sorry, multitasking. Anima Chains, remember for 13 months. You guys should have an annual roast for one of the crew. It could be great. It's basically every stream.
Yeah, it's every Tuesday night's main event. What are you talking about?
Pretty much. Taker for 5. Superman and a giant pink eyeball shooting a laser at Metropolis. Oh, I get it. Superman's battling an outbreak of pink eye throughout the city. Maybe that's why he's not worried about it. Raging Rhino for 8. The way Disney's doing the light whip makes me think of Herbert from Family Guy. Just flops. Yeah, that's basically how it looks in the illustrations I've seen of it. That character is going to be fucking miserable. For Nestor Rowe or whatever, the bald green bitch who's actually Leslie Headland's wife in real life. Like, she is the epitome of a girl boss. Like, at 15 years old, she was like more accomplished than anyone, like a super highly regarded prospect and child, all this shit. Can't fucking wait. Where the fuck did I go? Booming Bob. Apathy is death. R.I.P. Star Wars. The chat for 5. Jay, if your bout may be in December, what would be the earliest date your training would have to start? Jay's not doing this, guys. Like, what? Stop fucking asking him. It's not happening. Right, Jay?
I get a sponsor, maybe.
David P for 5. Is Netflix spacing out the last season release so people spend more time rewatching episodes to remember what happened?
I ain't doing it for free, that's for sure.
It's not. I don't know. It's not for that. It's so that people are forced to stay subscribed. That's the goal, right? Like, that's why they're doing this. So people can't just sub for 1 week or 1 month, binge the entire thing, and be done.
Yeah, exactly. Or they find like one of those coupons floating around. Try Netflix free for 7 days.
Travis Schiffler, remember for 20 months. Jay, I'll meet you in the ring. I just get Master Todd to train me.
Oh, look at that.
Pre-Dawn Corpse for 5. Ryan, you should start listening to black metal. It's more fitting for your black heart and dead soul. Abe Santanis. Thank you. Elite Neo for 5. I used to be an MMA fighter till I took a knee to the forehead.
Yeah.
Barbecue Pits for $5. Just stopping by because I haven't said what up to my N-word Ryan in a while.
Well, they let that through?
Yeah. Keep it gangsta, homie. You the man, Jay. P.S. John Campia is gay. Thank you, Barbecue Pits. Evident Hair for a follow-up over on Rumble. Let me get this off the screen really quick. To make things worse, for $5, to make things worse, the retarded localizer also added a warning for a struggle snuggle scene. The scenes between the female Jin with they-them pronouns, who was a villain, and a female villain. The struggle snuggle session took place in the subconscious of they-them Jin, and nothing was described. Also, a character used Jin's they-them crap when he meets her for the first time. There you go. I'm sorry you have to deal with all that shit. But we are all almost all caught up. The chat for 2. Ryan, I disagree. Gina wants this to happen. I know she does.
Gina offered to pay for the nutritionist and the training and like the doctors to make sure I'd be cleared to fight someone that's on my level. So it would be 3 rounds. We talked about this in Philly. It would be 3 rounds. I should just do a video but like 3 rounds and 2-minute rounds where, you got to wear
2-minute rounds.
3 2-minute rounds is like the amateur legal thing I think you could do. So
you're gonna wear headgear so you don't get
gotta wear
in the forehead.
Yeah, because if it's an amateur, it's like that's the law. I think it's like you got to wear headgear. If it's boxing, if it's MMA, I think it's a little different. So,
well, there you go.
I don't know.
All right, down Superman for 5. I wasn't always a tard until I took a knee in the forehead. Jay, what do you got coming up today?
Today, me and Fear the Beardo are going to Waffle House, and we're gonna be live for High Tea at Waffle House. He's never been. So, and then I think me and Beardo are going to Universal after that, where we'll be live on Park Hopping, maybe with a few other people as well. So that's what's going on today. It's going to be a high today of 99 degrees. So it's going to be a wonderful sweaty day.
Yeah, it's fucking hot.
So,
it's fucking hot.
I don't know how long that will last with the phone out. Like, it's hard to, when we go live, like from the theme parks, when it's hot like that, the phone
drains
overheats.
it. Yeah. Evident Hair for another $2. The name of the light novel is Chilling in Another with level 2 super cheat powers. It's already retarded name for light novel. It's worse with the retarded localizers fucking with it. Thank you for all the info on the light novel. Jasperino for 10. Ryan, you are a legend. Love you. But Jay, you Bigfoot, the Octagon's calling. Aussie Live.
I'm 6'4", 275. So people keep asking what my... There you go.
All right. Well, tomorrow it'll be, I think it's going to be Jay and Beardo tomorrow.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Talk about our Waffle House experience.
To talk about the Waffle House experience and Universal. So that's going to be it for us today, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you I'll talk to y'all next week. Jay will talk to you tomorrow. Project Taco, my rigger Ryan, I heard you pull BBL. If you ever down here in Southside, Sunnyside, in H-Town, I got some big black bitches that like skinny little riggers. Well, I'll probably pass on the big black bitches, but if I'm ever in H-Town, I'll let you know, Project Taco. Thank you very much, though. All right, that's it for us. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Bye, everyone.